So why do we learn mathematics? Well, to me personally, it is a way of responding to the world, events, situations, things in a non-linear way. To me personally, just as martial arts taught me how to move in a logical way, and mathematics taught me how to think in a logical way, mathematics taught me how to generally respond to life in a logical way. So don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. For example, somebody, I don't know, does something mean to you. Level 1 response: to forget that we are all one and that we are only under the illusion of separation. And that's the typical response. So, you could punch them back. You could get angry and yell at them. That all leads to more disconnection from all oneness or source or God or Tao or higher self or the universe or whatever you call it. I'd say a level 2 response would be to try to shift perspective, like understand why are they doing what they're doing, and is it because they just really don't like you for some reason, and they want to hurt you? Or is it because they want to help you, but they're either incapable or not trying hard enough? And usually it's, due to some reason that's usually themselves still having some sort of dislike or, likes and dislikes and preferences and whatnot. And you could change your perspective as well to a third person perspective. So neither looking from their perspective nor from your perspective, but from God, bird's eye view, or third party, objective, observer, scientific perspective. If I were to look at this situation and both sides of the situation objectively, what makes sense? And what advice would I give to either party as a third party who's not involved? And that leads to the level 3 response and beyond, which is that, we are all one. So this is a mirror of yourself. So instead of trying to change the outside world, or instead of trying to do anything, instead of trying to change the outside world, you could change yourself, because the world is yourself. Kind of like, you are a finger and other people are other fingers, but we're all part of one hand. Maybe you're a hand and they're a hand in terms of bodies, but they're all one person. So to look at everything as disconnected and separate, the illusion of separation, is kind of like thinking that you are your finger instead of you, which is, God, source, higher self, the universe, Tao, whatever you call it. First of all, that would be thinking that you are your finger. Second of all, that would be thinking that other people, other fingers, are separate from you, and that there's no connection here. And the more that you act in that manner, then the more disconnected you will become, and that will lead to health issues in the body and in the fingers as well. Yeah, so even going beyond, you could just, understand that, well, to do nothing. Nothing needs to be done. Everything that is meant to happen happens. Karma, there is a karma associated, and karma is associated with cycles, and instead of being at certain parts of the cycle, you could just completely be out of the cycle. However, doing nothing also creates karma, and karma is another cycle in itself. So to do something is karma, and to do nothing is also karma. And how do you liberate and be free of cycles? Well, that's an interesting question. It's kind of like, what is the meaning of life? And well, if somebody told you that, would you believe them? But anyways, stay connected to source. It will give you everything you need. To make a cover of the song by Snatham Kaur, Kaur. All things come from God, and all things go to God. Everything comes from Him and goes back home again, goes back home again.